Om Shri Sai Ram. Hearty welcome to Shri Sathya Loka Gurukulam online classes on measures of central tendency. Okay, now let us just see what we have seen in the previous class. We have seen in the previous lesson about statistics. Is a branch of mathematics which deals with the collection of data, interpretation of data, getting results, and then exhibiting in the form of graphs, etc. Is it not? So it has got lot of scope. For example, if you take average or mean, that is used in average scores in cricket match, average marks, is it not? Average rainfall, average temperature, etc., etc. So in sports also statistics is made use of, in science and technology also, in business also. You might have heard about stock market. There the variation of the values are shown by the means of graph. In hospitals they use it, is it not? It's a lot of field they use statistics. So that is very inevitable that you should know all these things. And the data collected from the respondents as it is called as raw data. Say the marks scored by a student, that is called raw data. Okay. And the number of observations in a particular class is called frequency, which you have studied in the previous lesson. Number of observations. And the table showing the classes with frequencies is called a frequency table. You already have seen it. So today we are going to make use of the frequency table, not the dining table. Dining table is one where you take food and all. This is frequency table, where the frequencies are mentioned as against the class intervals. Okay, let us see one by one. So we already seen about arithmetic average or mean of raw data by using the formula. What is the formula? Anybody? What is the formula for mean or average? Mean or average can be got by sigma, come on, mean is equal to sigma x by n. What is n? N is total frequency. We write it as from I equals 1 to n. So this is the formula used, and that is raw data. So actually you should write like this: sigma I equals 1 to n. So I refers to scores starting from 1 up to n. x1, x2, x3 up to xn, is it not? So add all that. What is the sigma represents? Sigma represents sum of all the data divided by number of data. This number of data you call it as n, is nothing but sigma of fi. F is frequency. Okay, that is number of terms. Okay, this is already we have seen in the earlier classes. Now let us just work out home assignment. So find the mean of first 10 natural numbers. Natural number starts from 1 Is it not? Second one is 2 up to 10 they are telling. You can just add it, or you can use this formula. N into n plus 1 by 2. N is say 10 into n plus 1 is 11 by 2. That is 2 ones are 2 5s are. 5 11s are 55. Or if you add all the numbers, you get the same thing. Now average is sigma x, that is 55, by number of terms, that is 10. So answer is mean or average is 5.5. Suppose they ask even numbers, what do you do? 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8. Suppose they ask odd numbers, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7, like that. Is it clear? Okay. So we will pass on to second sum. The maximum daily temperature of a city on 12 consecutive days is given. Actually 12 consecutive days, these are the scores. For want of time, I written on the answer itself. So our answer is sigma xi by n, where I stands for I1 to n. Okay, so these are the temperatures. So 32.4, 29.5 like that. How many are there? 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So they give in a series. Now what I have done is added all. It comes to 308.1. You can just check up. Divided by number of scores, 12. So average or mean will be equal to 25.68. Okay. So that is a very simple question. Just add and divide by the number. That's all. Now coming to the third problem. Enrollment in school on last 5 years was 605. Then 710. Then 745. Then 835. Add all this. So, and 910. One more is there. So 5 numbers are there. So 605, 710, 745, 835 and 910. Totally 5. So 10 plus 5 is 15. $3805. So sigma x is 3805 by how many? N. N means number of average enrollment per year. So by number n. So it comes to 5 7s are 35, 5 6 are 5 1s are 761 is the average. Just add all, divide by the number. That's all. So simple, right? It's a 1 mark question. Now we will pass on to today's topics. Mean of ungrouped data. This is called ungrouped data. Grouped data means you must write frequencies, class intervals, right? So calculate the mean of for each of the following distributions. So this is the question, this is how they give it. And you have to use the formula sigma xi by n. You can use that and do it. But that is a So you used to do that. But here one x is there, one frequency is there. So what shall we do for that? You write in a vertical column. So this mean can be done by writing like this, vertical columns. Now multiply 6 12s are 72, 10 into 30, 36, 360, 15 into 54, 15 4s are 60, 15 5s are 75 plus 6. Noting down? Yes, note down, don't keep quiet. Come fast. 18 2s are 36. 18 7s are 126. 126 plus 3. 129. Right? So 22 into 62 is 1364. 27 into 42 is 1134. 30 into 22 is 660. Add all this. 4 plus 4 8, 14, 16, 7, 10, 16, 25, 26, 32, 39, 9, 10, 13, 15, 23, 26. 2 plus 3 5. So sigma xi Fi is equal to 5696 by sigma Fi, what you call n. Sum of frequencies is 300. So we will get it as 56.96 by 3. So 3 1s are 3, 3 8s are, is it not? 3 8s are 29. 29 means 3 9s are. Yes, 18.98 approximately. So that is the mean. Therefore, answer mean is equal to 18.98. Is it clear? So earlier what we are doing, you are writing the formula. Now you are writing in the column type. So multiply each item, that you call it as xi fi. This is xi and that is fi. Just multiply and add it. That is what is called as sigma fi xi. This one divided by sigma fi, you get the answer. Alright. Now here is a very interesting question, that is about following data represent the weekly wages in rupees, salaries. Money is, now the world is full of money, money matters. Not you, you are all good boys and girls. But in the world outside, it's commercial, it has become very commercial. We have to make it spiritual. Is it not? Value based, right? So here, weekly wages in rupees, that is xi is given. Number of employees getting 900 rupees per month, 1000 rupees. So 1000 rupees, 1000 rupees, like that. This is number of employees getting. And if you multiply these two, you get this. And you add it. Sigma fi into xi, that is 93,300, and sigma fi is 80. Okay, you have taken down. So every step you have to multiply and write it here. Add all this. 4 plus 6, 10, 16, 28. plus 5, 33. 3 plus 7, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 33. 3 plus 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 93,300 by 80. This you have to apply in the formula as just now we have seen, and that is sigma Fi into Xi by sigma Fi. That is 93,300 by sigma Fi, that is 80. If you divide this, 0, 0 cancels. You have 8 ones are 8, 13, 8 ones are 8, 53, 8 6 are 48, 50, 8 6 are 48, 20, 8 2s are 16, 4 remains, 40. So 1166.25 rupees. That is a weekly wages. Now, this is little tedious job to multiply every time and add and all. Is there any other method? Necessity is the mother of invention, what they call. First, in those days, there was only cycle and bullock carts or horse carriages. Later on, man started thinking to cover a distance, to save some time. He discovered bikes, scooters, and then TVS and all. Later on, he thought this is also not sufficient. In case of rain and all, it's not convenient. Then he thought of cars, different kinds of cars, jeeps and so on. Then buses came to existence. Then trains. Is it not? Then to cover in a very fast way, they used aeroplanes. Now rockets also. Like that. Here also, instead of multiplying and calculating every time, is there any other method, they thought? Then came the answer, yes. How it is? So you taken down this. Okay. That is called assumed mean method. Assuming. What you are assuming? Here we choose an arbitrary constant. Arbitrary constant called A. It is also known as assumed mean. You are assuming the mean and subtract it from each of the values xi and reduce the value. D is deviation. Xi minus A is called deviation from xi. So xi is equal to, if you bring that minus this side, becomes A plus di. And Fi into xi becomes A Fi plus Fi di. And sigma of Fi xi becomes, where I is equal to 1 to n, is sigma of Fi plus sigma of Fi di. So sigma means summation. In that, you separate that A plus 1 by Fi into this common. You take common here. Which is common? Fi is common. So if Fi is taken outside, you get A here plus 1 by Fi into sigma Fi di. Okay. And what is the 1 by Fi called? That is called n. So A plus 1 by n into sigma Fi di. So this sigma, because sigma Fi xi by sigma Fi is called x bar, nothing but average. and sigma Fi is called N, sum of frequencies. So we had derived a formula for X bar, and this method of calculation of mean is known as assumed mean method, AMM. Assumed mean method, where A is called assumed mean, N is called sum of all frequencies, and sigma Fi di is Fi is frequencies, di is deviation, product of the two. So all this is not so important, but this formula you must note. So using that formula, we will work out the same problem. What you have worked out just now, we will just work out once again. See here. Here the values of xy, because the values are very big, thousands, very large. In such case, you are using the formula. Number of employees, nothing but Fi. So sigma Fi, nothing but N here, is 80. Adding all this. And now we are introducing a new term called deviation. Deviation means what? Suppose, two-wheelers when they are going, if they get some bumps, they take some deviation. If there is a pit on the road, the vehicle cannot go on the pit. It take a deviation. The snake comes when you are riding. So take a deviation. You don't want to kill a snake, right? So take a deviation. So like that, here also we are taking deviation. From what? From xi. So here the assumed mean, what you call it as A, we have taken 1200. This is called the assumed mean. And what are these? These are deviations. How we got it? 1100, see xi is 1100 minus 1200, that is assumed mean. This is assumed mean, what you call it as A, that is minus 100. Then 1000 minus 1200, minus 200. 900 minus 1200, minus 300. What about 1300? 1300 minus 1200 is plus 100. 1400 minus 1200 is plus 200. 1500 minus 1200 is plus 300. Now next step is Fi into di. What is Fi? This is Fi. This is di. Are you noting down? Okay, be fast. So multiply these two. 12 3s are 36, followed by 2 zeros, minus 13 2s are 26, followed by 2 zeros. 1400 minus 1400. And this is 13 into 0, big 0. Then 12 into 100, 1200. Then 11 into 200, 2200. 5 into 300, 1500. Now you add all the positives and add all the negatives. That is called sigma. So add all the positive values, 4900. Add all the negative values, minus 7600. Add these two. You get minus 2700. Minus 2100. That is called sigma Fi di. Fi di. Sigma means what? Sigma means sum. Is it clear? Now you have to use this in the formula. What is the formula? Noted? Okay. Next is you have to use this for the formula. A is assumed mean. How much it was? We assumed it to be 1200. So 1200 plus 1 by n. N is how much? Sum of all frequencies. Sum of all frequencies how much? 80. That you are substitute there. Okay. Then into sigma FIDI. Sigma FIDI is minus 2700. This is the value. Is it not? So you substitute it. This is 1200 minus, if you divide this, you get 8 3s are 24, 8 3s are 24.75. So that is the answer you get. And this will be, as is minus here, you must plus into minus is minus. Subtract that, you get 25, then 10, 9 minus 3 is 6, 9 minus 3 is 6, 1166.25. The same answer what you got earlier. Correct? You can check it. So this method is called assumed mean method. Here you are assuming the mean to be some value, and then you are substitute in the formula where A is assumed mean and 1 by n, 1 by sum of all the frequencies into sigma FIDI. If you work out some 3-4 problems, it becomes easy, not a big thing. But here you should not forget it is minus. Therefore, you have to subtract this from this. Okay. Shall we pass on to next sum? Okay. The mean of the following data is 20.2. Find the value of k. So here, value of k they are asking. What you must make? You must make a fi into xi first. So you write it as solution. You can write vertically also, or you can write like this also. Fi into xi becomes 60 plus 120 plus 400 plus this is 25k plus 180. So what you have done? Just multiplied the items. And you are given the mean error. So you add it. How much it comes? First you add all the numbers. 8 plus 0, 8 to 10, 16, 760 plus 25k. Divide by sigma fi. So formula is, so this is fi into xi. So mean or average, call it as x bar, sigma fi into xi by n or sigma fi. That is given to be 20.2. So this is 760, can't add it, unlike terms. 25k by sigma fi. 6 plus 8, 14, 34 plus 6, 40 plus k. So 40 plus k is equal to 20.2. So bring this side. Is it not? So you have, so 760 plus 25k divided by 40 plus k, that is sigma fi, is equal to 20.2. This you bring it up. So 40 plus k into 20.2 is equal to 760 plus 25k. Now if you multiply this into this, you get 8080 plus multiply throughout by 10 because decimal is there. So this becomes 202 into 40. 202 into k, 202 k. This 760 into 10, 7600. 25 into 10, 250. Oh, you got it? Multiply by 10 because there is a decimal. Now, this 202 bring this side. 250k minus 202k. So, 250k minus 202k is equal to 8080 minus 7600. And if you subtract, you get 48k is equal to 480. So k is equal to 480 by 48. That is equal to 10. So value of k is 10. So what you have done is fi xi multiplied these two, you got this. Here value of k is not known. Substitute in the formula, sigma fi x by sigma fi. Sigma fi into xi by sigma fi is equal to 20.2 k is given. 20.2 is given. So substitute the value and multiply, you get the value of k is equal to 10. Is it okay? Okay, this is a 3 marks question. Now, note it down. We'll pass on to, these are the home assignment. First question, the weights in kg of 70 workers in a factory are given below. Find the mean weight of the workers. So this is fi, this is xi. So just now you have done a problem on that. Like that you work out. Okay. Second one, if the mean of the following data is 17.5, find the value of p, the one which we worked out just now. So come prepared. We'll see what Baba says. Bhagwan Baba says, self-confidence is the basis of faith in God. So those who have self-confidence can achieve anything in life. So develop that self-confidence. Okay. Now come prepared with all the answers. Thank you.